guys, SlyTactix here. Today's episode of BF4 Exposed, I'd like to touch on one of the more widely spoken about issues with weapons in BF4, yet discussion rarely seems to bring us much resolve. I'll be going through the steps to improve your Hitreg. You probably won't be able to see, but I'm doing air quotes. I'll explain the air quotes later, and why I think it's intentional. Although the result is questionable, there is definitely method in Dice's madness. Firstly, I'd just like to touch on just how aggressive and cynical the BF4 community has been with this release. I must admit, there are obviously bugs, and yes, we all know, or at least we should, that it wasn't Dice's choice to be rushed into a release that had subpar testing. I, for one, experienced very few of these bugs. At the start I crashed a couple of times, but most of it was all due to the building collapsing on Siege of Shanghai. However, other than that, my only real gripes with the game have been balancing issues and lack of innovation, such as AA, seemingly underpowered and tired selection of equipment, lackluster spawn system, and lack of balance between infantry and vehicle warfare. I also find that close combat game modes, such as Domination and Team Deathmatch, can get quite boring and repetitive. I mean, I hate to bring Call of Duty into it, but without the perks and the kill streaks to really kind of change the game up a bit, unless you're working heavily with a team, like in Squad Deathmatch, it does become quite boring. I'd really say the only properly enjoy Conquest and Obliteration, not surprising as these are the game modes that truly show the potential of the franchise. Alright, enough of that. End rant, back to the Hitreg. I had heard about this apparent disappearing of bullets and array of issues with recoil with the DMRs, so I thought I'd give it a shot and see for myself, and wow, I found myself continuously questioning the hit markers and then my own accuracy, thinking I'm not compensating for the recoil enough. I tested it, and found that at full fire rate, the range of 25 meters, as many in 1 in every 4 bullets would miss from the DMR. Despite this, I would go through stages where I would play quite well, which led me to the discovery of key gameplay styles which must be adhered to in order for you and your DMR to get along. First and foremost is fire rate. As I fired quicker and quicker, I find that the recoil induces a wider spread of fire which causes misses, even if the accuracy appears to be dead on. So the bullets don't actually disappear, so an even paced and controlled fire rate is absolutely necessary to ensure consistent accuracy. This brings me back to my air-quoted Hitreg earlier. Now I say accuracy and not Hitreg because the bullets are still being fired, they are just going astray. It's not a netcode issue. I find that firing at roughly 1 round per second ensures good accuracy, or as soon as the rifle's peak recoil is reached and then begins to return to neutral, and then you can get quicker and quicker from there until you reach your own speed sweet spot. Secondly, but still very important, is to reduce strafing while firing. The DMR being a high caliber marksman rifle, shooting while strafing drastically reduces its accuracy and introduces another hip fire like symptom. Although strafing from side to side is a good way to gain an upper hand on a stationary target or a sniper at range, it drastically reduces accuracy to the point where you may very well miss every second shot regardless of your apparent on-screen accuracy. Due to this, I would recommend strafing between shots or to change your tactics so you're not exposed and are less likely to get in an eye-to-eye battle. Other strategies that I've noticed helped is the second shot still has reasonable accuracy, which makes double tapping in fairly quick succession and then resting a very viable option. Utilising a muzzle brake to reduce muzzle climb and then theoretically allowing a higher yet still accurate fire rate or a heavy barrel to increase accuracy are both sensible ideas. We must consider, if we were to have a semi-automatic sniper rifle with such accuracy at high fire rates, it would render sniper rifles almost useless, only up to the most tedious of ranges, and make chewing through SMG or AR rounds an unnecessary expense to the army in which you serve. Now imagine a team budget system. Now that kind of realism or balance is an example of what would be too far. Dice's implementation is not drastic, and although it may be perceived as evil, it's a necessary evil. In summary, it positions the DMR exactly where it should be. A viable medium to long range patrol and objective defense weapon. Due to its heavy feel and slow fire rate, it's just simply not suitable to close quarters, Barney Ross style, spam malicious steroid combat that some of us wish it were. Yes, that's right. Every time you spam your DMR, you are the sole participant in a spam malicious steroid show. Shame on you. So keep your fire rate even paced, reduce strafing while shooting as much as possible, and remember the purpose a DMR rifle serves, and you'll be stacking up kills in no time. Next up will be a sniper rifle tactics video and sniper rifle recommendations, as well as an Assassin's Creed 4 optimization guide. Don't forget to like if you liked the video, comment to voice your opinion, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.